Hello everyone, my name is Ray Bowman and this is my Week 7 presentation for MPA 590, Organizational Theory for Public Administration. Today's format will include a presentation or a simulated presentation to the City of Monrovia's City Council and City Manager. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of City Council, and City Manager Dylan Feek. My name is Ray Bowman, and I'm here to introduce the proposed Preparedness, Resilience, Emergency, and Planning Task Force, also known as the PrEP Task Force. This initiative will strengthen the City of Monrovia's capacity to prepare for, respond to, and recover for large-scale emergencies. Over the past few years, we've seen how quickly disasters, from wildfires to pandemics, to cyber attacks, and even earthquakes can disrupt city operations and impact our residents. Emergencies don't just stop at one department store, they touch every part of the government. So the PrEP Task Force brings leaders from across the organization together, police, fire, public works, finance, HR, and IT, to make sure that when something happens, we respond as one coordinated team. The goal is pretty simple: to protect our people, to maintain essential services uninterrupted, and to help the community recover faster. The purpose of the PrEP Task Force is to strengthen the city's ability to anticipate, respond to, and recover from disasters. So the structure of the PrEP Task Force draws from a few foundational management principles that have guided effective organizations for decades. Max Weber's bureaucratic theory reminds us that clear authority and accountability keeps operations organized during chaotic times because everyone knows their role and decisions flow efficiently. In addition, Frederick Taylor's scientific management emphasizes efficiency through planning and measurement, ideas that translate today into structured drills, clear procedures, and performance evaluations after each event. Combined, these theories ensure that the task force operates with discipline and precision while maintaining flexibility in local government as the demands in the real world of emergencies change day to day. The lead department for this task force will be, of course, in our public safety sector, specifically the fire department. It will be on them and the battalion chiefs to host, organize, and manage the task force, but it will be a citywide task force that includes the police department for evac and security, public works for infrastructure management and utilities, IT for communication systems and cybersecurity, finance for emergency funding, reimbursements and administrative support, community services to operate shelters and serve residents, the city manager's office and communications for coordination and public messaging, and finally, community partners such as Foothill Unity Center, local churches, and the school district. We all know that structure alone doesn't make an organization resilient. Leadership and culture do. Douglas McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y reminds us that people perform best when they're trusted and empowered, not micromanaged. In addition, Mary Parker Follett's Giving of Orders encourages leaders to guide collaboratively, involving staff in decisions rather than commanding them from the top. Chris Argyris's concept of learning organizations highlights that we improve by reflecting on what we've worked on and what worked and what didn't, a practice that the PrEP Task Force will use after each drill or emergency. The Hawthorne experiments led by Elton Mayo revealed that when employees feel valued and supported, performance improves, especially under pressure. And to sustain that culture, Maslow's hierarchy of needs and William Owichi's Theory Z remind us that safety, trust, and a sense of belonging are what truly motivate people. The PrEP Task Force aims to build that kind of culture across every department, one based on respect, purpose, and shared responsibility. The PrEP Task Force will also use a systems approach to keep our planning relevant and adaptable. COTS and CON's open systems model recognizes that every department is interdependent, communication and collaboration are vital for stability, Kurt Lewin's unfreeze, change, refreeze model guides how we'll implement change, making sure that improvements become part of how we operate every day. And Peter Drucker's management by objectives keeps us focused on initial measurable outcomes, which includes formalizing the task force, establishing citywide protocols, including annual activation drills each year, continuity operation plans, expanding community readiness, and including CERT and PD's Explorer and Citizen Academy programs. These models ensure that our approach to preparedness isn't static, but it's dynamic, accountable, and built for continual learning. In closing, the Preparedness, Resilience, Emergency, and Planning Task Force turns strong management and leadership principles into practical action by combining structure and leadership, collaboration, and initiative. This will help our city protect our residents, safeguard operations, and strengthen public trust, no matter what challenges that we face. And with that, I'd like to thank you for your time and your continued leadership in making our community more resilient, prepared, and connected. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have at this time.